Hello Virgo, welcome in or welcome back to Go with the Flow Tarot. Your overall general energy for this reading is the Six of Cups. The song I have assigned to this card is Glory Days by Bruce Springsteen, because that is what the Six of Cups is all about, is looking back on the past with nostalgia, fond memories. Apparently not walking away from the past though. That came out for your recent past energies, the Eight of Cups in reverse. Had it been upright, it would say that you are very calmly, very coolly, very collectedly walking away from what no longer serves you. In the reverse, it would tell me that you are not. So I would say that you're going to have to start thinking about that. Yep. So we are in a little bit of a sticky spot right now, Virgo. I did think that with the Six of Cups being your overall general energy, this might be a little bit of more of a fun reading, but I might have been wrong. As I said, that Eight of Cups came out in reverse in your recent past energies. Your present energies, you have the Four of Swords. So resting, relaxing, recovering, meditating, and praying for a blessing. Your upcoming energies, you have the Eight of Swords, which is the card of self-imposed restrictions. Thinking that things are a lot worse than they really are. Thinking you're stuck when you're really not. It's actually just all in your head. Ha! Look what's on the bottom of the clarifying deck, but it's in the upright, so good. Maybe you're gonna listen and look how freaking chill this card is. The sky's chill, the water's chill, the dude's chill, the moon's chill. Everything is chill. And he's like, you know what? Your 8 cups there, they're real fancy. They're gold and they're pretty and they're nice, but they're empty. Those cups are empty. So I need to walk away from them because they don't actually do anything for me. But let's clarify. I'm super happy to see it on the bottom of the clarifying deck. When I do the pre-shuffle, I don't look at the bottom of the decks or anything. I just go with the flow. So let's move into this. I'm going to leave that Six of Cups alone for now because that's a pretty clear message that this is regarding your past. I will tap in later if I feel like I need to though. Let's start off with this Eight of Cups in reverse for Virgo's recent past energies. What do I need to know for their greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose? Thank you, Jesus, Virgo. You got the Eight of Swords again. You've got some massive self-imposed restrictions going on. This is going to be a time in your life where you're really going to need to start looking at things more positively, start looking at things more proactively, and there's no nice way to say this, get out of victim mentality. I'm just going to tell it how it is. You need to get out of victim mentality and walk away from what no longer serves you. Anything else about the Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups? You've got the Fool in reverse. So Spirit has been guiding you to take a leap of faith in towards a new direction, and you are not answering that call. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to be forced into a time of resting, relaxing, and recovering so that you can get out of this. But this is again in your upcoming energy, so we really need to have a conversation today, Virgo. Anything else about the Eight of Cups reversed, Eight of Swords, and the Fool reversed for Virgo's recent past energies? Seven of Swords. So this is a card of lying, cheating, stealing, but in this case, just trust me, this is saying that you need to be protective of your energy in a more playful manner. Don't be taking things so seriously. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Polka dots in the tarot represent needing to be more playful. And this dude is stealing the swords from his enemies so that his enemy can't attack him. So bring a more playful approach to protecting your energy. Let's move into this Four of Swords now. What do I need to know for Virgo's greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose for this Four of Swords in their present energies? Out comes that Six of Cups again, and this is from a different deck. I used this deck for your overall general energy and your past, present, future. This is the clarifying deck, and that's that Six of Cups coming out again. So maybe you're looking back to the past and praying for a blessing regarding how to move forward with something to do with your past. But this would something that would go as far back as childhood at the very least. This could even go so far back as a past life connection. Anything else on the Six of Cups? Four of Swords, thank you. Okay. If someone hasn't come into your life yet, they will be rather soon to help you move on to calmer shores. Now, often I feel like people make the choice to get into this boat by themselves, but I don't think that is the case because you did pull the Eight of Cups in reverse. So I think it's going to be necessary for a guide to enter into your life to help you get in that boat and move on to calmer shores. But the advice is definitely to walk away from what no longer serves you and walk away from superficial things. Okay, so we once again, even though we have pulled the Six of Swords in your present energies, we once again have the Eight of Swords in your upcoming energies. So what with that, Spirit? What is going on with the Eight of Swords coming up again in Virgo's upcoming energies? What is their advice on this Eight of Swords, please? Thank you. You got to walk away from conflict. You've got some kind of conflict in your life that you really, really, really need to learn to walk away from. And this is probably going to be very intellectual conflict, you know, possibly things like name calling and stuff like that. But it's not a pleasant feeling. And if it's not a pleasant feeling, it doesn't need to be around you, and you can get away from it anytime you see fit. Anything else on that Five of Swords, Eight of Swords in Virgo's upcoming energy? You have the Seven of Cups. So maybe you haven't walked away because you're not entirely sure yet what is so-called good and what is so-called bad. You're a little spoiled for choice and you have too many options and you're lacking clarity on which direction to move forward in. What is the advice on that Seven of Cups, please, Spirit, for Virgo's upcoming energies? What is the advice on the Seven of Cups? Advice for Virgo's greatest good, highest timeline, highest purpose. Thank you. Excuse me. Oh, Page of Wands. Okay. So, you're going to have to find a spark of inspiration, someone or something that's going to help you feeling a little more future focused and put a fire in your belly for when looking towards the future, right? Be looking at it as if it's something exciting, something new that you have to look forward to, not something you have to fear. Anything else on that Page of Wands and that Seven of Cups, Spirit? And of course, Eight of Swords and Five of Swords and all that. Advice, please, for Virgo. Ooh. Okay, well, this fell between your recent past energies and your present energies. You got that Ten of Cups in reverse. We really need to have a conversation, Virgo. If this was upright, this would mean your ultimate happiness. This is the second happiest card in the deck. But it came out reverse and it landed like flawlessly between your past and your present. So you are the furthest thing from happy right now. And I think you're going to continue to be the furthest thing from happy if you don't move on to calmer shores and walk away from what no longer serves you. Any more advice from the tarot for Virgo? What wants to come out but didn't? The Page of Pentacles. Studying, looking at things towards the future, learning as much as you can about the future. Ooh, interesting. I just did Leo's reading and Leo had these two cards come out together as well. The Devil and the Three of Cups. So there is some kind of toxicity in your community that you are struggling to get away from. And if you have Leo in your chart, I would strongly recommend going to watch that reading as well, because it carries somewhat of a similar message, but especially with these cards coming out. Okay. Any advice on that Devil and Three of Cups? It could even mean there's a third party situation, but this doesn't feel like a romantic reading to me. This feels like a personal development reading to me. But I could definitely be wrong because as I said that, the Four of Wands came out, which is the card of marriage. It is also the card of stability. It's talking about building a stable foundation and celebrating building a stable foundation. So anyone who is in your orbit right now, Leo, who isn't focusing on building stability, they don't need to be in your orbit. Any more advice from the tarot for Leo, or for Virgo, sorry, before we move on to probably a Sacred Creators Oracle Boy, can you guess what came out, Virgo? I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. 8 of Cups. Walk away from what no longer serves you. I'm glad to see it in the upright. We had 2 more cards come out with it face down and I didn't see what they were until just now. You've got the Wheel of Fortune with the 10 of Pentacles. So, Virgo, my dear, Spirit is going to step in and help you out. Spirit is going to send a massive blessing in your favor. Now, this could be a blessing from an unlikely source. This can often refer to finances, but it can also just mean like a blessing of knowledge that will lead you to building generational wealth, essentially. But the 10 of Pentacles with the Wheel of Fortune is like winner, winner, chicken dinner vibes. So you've got this in the bag, Virgo. I am definitely far less concerned, definitely with those cards, and because the 8 of Cups did come out upright. It wasn't just on the bottom of the deck. Let's grab you a Starseed Oracle to help you see that you need to walk away. Wow, that came out fast. The Courageous Peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. That almost sounds like it belongs to Leo as well. So once again, if you have Leo in your chart, I would definitely watch that reading. The same one that's being released today with this one. The Courageous Peony on page 50. A little too far there. Flowers don't open and close according to who walks by. They embrace all of what they are and show it off to the world around them. The peony doesn't try to compete with the cherry blossom, and the cherry blossom doesn't try to compete with the tulip. They own what they are and trust the timing of their true nature. You're being called to do the same. It's time to open yourself up to being seen. Time to share your incredible, multifaceted true nature with the world around you. To uncover and reveal your soul's greatest gifts without wavering. To own your uniqueness without apology. There's a flower on this planet that holds the same qualities that your soul is readying itself to express. Let it inform you. You may have been taught that it's safer to keep your light hidden and your voice small, to hide behind the bushes instead of growing tall. The Courageous Peony is here to remind you that it's safe to embody all of who you truly are. It's safe to share your voice and let yourself be seen. At first, this may feel uncomfortable, and you may be afraid of what others think. But with each passing day, it does become easier. Little by little, you realize that it draws in those who are meant for you, and experiences you've been longing for arrive at your feet. Starseed Soul Inquiry. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in this world? One more time for you, Virgo. How are you being called to allow yourself to be more visible and seen in this world? Be the Courageous Peony. I hope that was helpful. I thank you ever so much for being here, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.